Hello everyone, I'm Amit Goel. I welcome you all to the YouTube channel of IS Master. In this video, in the Master Concept series for GATE CS 2024, this is the 7th session on theory of computation, and we are discussing today epsilon NFA, which comes under finite automata, right? So we have already discussed DFAs and we have already discussed NFAs also, right? And we discussed in the previous classes that the power of NFA is equivalent to the power of a DFA. They are equivalent in power. So today we are discussing another kind of finite automata called epsilon NFA, which is epsilon non-deterministic finite state automata. So let's see what epsilon NFA is, right? So this is an example of an epsilon NFA wherein you will see that what we have done is we have another kind of move called epsilon move. So till now, whether it was a DFA or an NFA or what we have seen till now, we have seen only DFAs and NFAs only, and we have never seen epsilon on the transitions. What we have only seen is sigma, which is either a, so whatever sigma is, so for example, I sigma can be AB also, sigma can be 0, 1 also, or whatever your language is, your sigma will vary accordingly, right? But what we have always seen in the examples is either there is any one symbol of the alphabet will be written on the transitions. For example, there might be an A, B, 0 or 1. We have never seen epsilon on the transitions. So the finite automata which allows epsilon on its transitions is basically epsilon NFA. And what is epsilon? Epsilon is empty symbol, nothing is there, right? So without taking any input symbol, without taking any input symbol from the alphabet, you can take a move, right? So बिना किसी symbol के input string में कोई भी symbol ना भी आए तो भी आप जो move ले पाए उसे हम epsilon move कहेंगे. और ये वाला move, जैसे for example अगर आपका input string AB है, तब भी आप स्टार्टिंग में ही एप्सिलॉन मूव लेके यू कैन गो टू बी. सो एप्सिलॉन मूव मींस विदाउट टेकिंग एनी इनपुट सिंबल, विदाउट टेकिंग एनी इनपुट, एनी इनपुट फ्रॉम द स्ट्रिंग, आप बिना किसी इनपुट लिए आप किसी दूसरी स्टेट पे जा सकें, इस चीज को हम एप्सिलॉन मूव बोलते हैं. एप्सिलॉन ट्रांजिशंस यही हैं, राइट? सो आपको एक एडिशनल फंक्शनैलिटी हमने दी एप्सिलॉन एनएफए के अंदर, जिसमें आप एप्सिलॉन मूव्स लेके आप एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट पे जा सकते हैं. यू डू नॉट नीड टू स्कैन एनी सिंबल फ्रॉम द इनपुट स्ट्रिंग, तब भी आप एक स्टेट से दूसरी स्टेट पे जा पाएंगे, ठीक है? सो नाउ एक इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन जो अब हमारे सामने है कि अगर इस तरह से अगर हम एनएफए बनाने लगे जिसमें हम एप्सिलॉन मूव्स भी अलाउ कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो उससे क्या हमारी कुछ पावर में चेंज आएगा क्या? So what we have to check is whether epsilon NFA is more powerful than DFA or NFA, right? So although DFA and NFA are equivalent in power, but what is an important question right now in front of us? I have given you an additional power. आपको मैंने एक additional power दी that what you can do is you can take epsilon moves also without scanning anything on the input string. You can go from one state to another state wherever I have an epsilon transition, right? But does it add anything to the power? Will it help me to accept more languages? क्या मैं कुछ ज्यादा लैंग्वेजेस को एक्सेप्ट कर पाऊंगा या नहीं कर पाऊंगा? ये चीज जो है हमें मतलब this is the question which we need to answer right now, right? So when I have introduced another automata, I need to answer whether it increases my power or not. ठीक है? पिछले लेक्चर्स में हमने देखा पावर क्या है, जितने लैंग्वेजेस किसी ऑटोमेटा कोई ऑटोमेटा एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है वो उसकी पावर है. और हमने लास्ट क्लास में we do not give any formal proofs, right? हम formal proofs की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, क्योंकि as far as GATE exam is concerned, it's a objective exam. We don't need to see the formal proofs. तो हमने इनफॉर्मली इस चीज को प्रूव किया कि NFA और DFA की पावर जो है वो बराबर है. मतलब कोई भी ऐसी लैंग्वेज नहीं है जो DFA एक्सेप्ट कर ले और NFA ना करे, या फिर कोई ऐसी भी लैंग्वेज नहीं है जो NFA एक्सेप्ट कर ले लेकिन DFA ना करे, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, राइट? अब हमें देखना है कि क्या एप्सिलॉन NFA में कुछ ऐसी लैंग्वेजेस हैं जो वो एक्सेप्ट कर ले और NFA और DFA ना कर पाए, राइट? तो तब तो हम बोल देंगे कि एप्सिलॉन NFA इज मोर पावरफुल. या फिर ऐसा है कि एप्सिलॉन NFA कम लैंग्वेजेस को एक्सेप्ट करता है, NFA और DFA ज्यादा करते हैं, तब हम बोलेंगे दिस इज लेस पावरफुल। और अगर ये सारी लैंग्वेजेस एक्सेप्ट करता है जो NFA और DFA करते हैं और ना ही कुछ ज्यादा एक्सेप्ट करता है ना ही कुछ कम एक्सेप्ट करता है, तब हम बोल पाएंगे कि इट इज इक्विवेलेंट इन पावर, right? So this is the, you know, the most pressing question which we will try to answer in this lecture, right? So and we have already, so what we have done two things till now. एक तो हमने एप्सिलॉन एनएफए को एक एग्जाम्पल देखा, जिस वो कैसा दिखता है, सब कुछ सेम है जो कि एनएफए में होता था वही एप्सिलॉन एनएफए में भी होता है, बट एक्स्ट्रा एप्सिलॉन मूव्स हमने ऐड कर दिए. और इसके अलावा हमें जो क्वेश्चन जो हमें आंसर करना है कि वेदर एप्सिलॉन एनएफए हैज मोर पावर देन द डीएफए और एनएफए, that we have already discussed, right? So this is what we are going to discuss in this lecture, right? ठीक है. So सबसे पहले हम एप्सिलॉन एनएफए के क्विंटपल को डिफाइन करते हैं. So epsilon NFA is a collection of 5 tuple which is known as quintuple, and the entities are again the same: Q, sigma, delta, Q naught, F. So if we talk about quintuples, right, quintuple is a 5 tuple, 5 entities are there, that is Q, sigma, delta, Q naught, F. They were the same in DFAs also and NFAs also, with some minor modifications in the transition function only. The same happens over here also. Let's see. अगर हम Q की बात करें, so Q मेरे पास में वही है, the set of states which is going to be a finite set, a finite set of states. ये हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. जो मेरा रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगा वो फाइनाइट ही होगा. अगर वो रिप्रेजेंटेशन इनफाइनाइट निकला तो देन I will not be able to solve any problem. I will not be able to solve my original problem. Original problem क्या था कि एक इनफाइनाइट लैंग्वेज को मैं क्या फाइनाइट तरीके से रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता हूं कि नहीं, राइट? और अगर आपके लैंग्वेज का रिप्रेजेंटेशन ही इनफाइनाइट निकला तो फिर तो प्रॉब्लम वहीं का वहीं रह जाता है. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स सी फाइनाइट सेट ऑफ स्टेट्स. व्हाट आर दीस फाइनाइट सेट ऑफ स्टेट्स? In this case we have A, B, C, right? So A, B, C are my finite set of states. So you can give any names. Till now we have been giving Q0, Q1, Q2. You can give any other names also, A, B, C, D, whatever. Ram, Sham, Ghansham, anything you can give them the names, right? There is no issue, right? So then delta. Then sigma. Sigma is your alphabet. So your alphabet is basically in this case, as I can see, is A, B as well as C. So C is also there in the input alphabet. Then we are talking about Q naught. So Q naught, as we know, that is your initial state. This is always one state. It is not, there cannot be more than one initial states, as we already discussed in NFA as well as the TFA also. And F is the final state, set of final states. This is a set. There can be more than one final states also. And let me write down here the final states. What is the final state here? C is the final state. Sorry, I think I should look at this. C is the final state, right? Okay, all right. So C is my final state here, right? So in this example, इस example में हमारे पास ऐसा है कि एक final state है. There can be more than one final states also. All right. आइए बात करते हैं डेल्टा की. सो नाउ अभी तक हमने जो डिस्कस किया, अगर हम डीएफए की बात करें तो मेरा डेल्टा कैसा दिखता था? अगर मैं डीएफए की बात करूं तो मेरा डेल्टा था Q क्रॉस सिग्मा टू Q. So on every combination of Q and sigma, on every combination of Q and one symbol, I used to go on one single state, exactly one state. Now when I discussed the DFA, NFA, my transition function became Q cross sigma to 2 raised to power Q. On every combination of Q cross sigma, I can go to an element in the power set of Q, or I can say on every combination of Q cross sigma, I can go to a subset of Q, which can be an empty set also. So on every transition, on every combination of Q cross sigma, मैं ऐसा भी कर सकता हूं कि मैं एक से ज्यादा स्टेट्स पे चला जाऊं, या ऐसा भी कर सकता हूं कि मैं कहीं पे ना जाऊं, या फिर एग्जैक्टली एक स्टेट पे भी जा सकता हूं, राइट? सो दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस. एक स्टेट पे भी जा सकता हूं, एक से ज्यादा पे भी जा सकता हूं, और नहीं भी जा सकता हूं कहीं पर भी, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस. अब बात करें हम एप्सिलॉन एनएफए की, जिसमें एप्सिलॉन मूव्स भी अलाउड है, तो ट्रांजिशन फंक्शन मेरा क्या हो जाता है? Q क्रॉस सिग्मा यूनियन एप्सिलॉन टू 2 raised to power Q. So everything is same. The only change is instead of sigma, I am allowing sigma union epsilon. So even on epsilon, you can go to some state, to some subset of states, I should say, right? So this is the only change which you will observe while making epsilon NFAs. ठीक है, ठीक है. सो अभी दो क्वेश्चंस की बात करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि क्या एप्सिलॉन एनएफए बना के मेरी पावर बढ़ती है कि नहीं बढ़ती है। अगर बढ़ती है तो देन अवर पर्पस इज सॉल्व्ड, अगर नहीं बढ़ती है तो फिर हमने बनाए क्यों, राइट। सो वी विल ट्राई टू आंसर बोथ दिस क्वेश्चन, से वेदर माय पावर इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय मेकिंग एप्सिलॉन एनएफएस. If yes, then I am good. If no, then I have to answer why I made epsilon NFAs. You know, was the world not happy without epsilon NFAs when we already had DFAs and NFAs? Why the hell we made epsilon NFAs? We'll try to answer this question in this lecture, right? ठीक है. So अभी हमने quintuple बहुत अच्छे से define कर दिया है. So this is all about my delta. All right. So now let's move to formally define, a few terms. So one of the most important terms, that is epsilon closure, right? So before I do that, let me tell you one simple fact. Although let me break down one mystery of this lecture. So what I can tell you right now is the power of epsilon NFA is equivalent to that of an NFA as well as TFA. Making epsilon NFAs does not add anything to the power. मतलब epsilon NFA बनाने से मेरे को पावर पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ा, तो फिर मैंने बनाया क्यों? इस चीज को हम धीरे धीरे आंसर करेंगे, राइट? सो बट बिफोर वी गो देयर, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू देयर पावर्स आर सेम. बट अब अगर मुझे ये प्रूव करना है कि पावर सेम है, तो आई हैव टू गिव यू अ प्रूफ. Again, I am telling you, we are giving informal proofs. These are not exact proofs. And why we are not discussing exact proofs? Because they are not required as far as GATE exam is concerned. An informal proof, an informal idea is more than sufficient to crack the GATE exam. All right. So let's see. When we see epsilon NFA and NFA, so if I establish an equivalence between epsilon NFA and NFA, can I say that is also equivalent to DFA by the help of transitivity? Transitivity के थ्रू मैं बोल सकता हूं, अगर B और C बराबर हैं, A और B बराबर हैं, तो A और C भी इक्वल हो जाएंगे, राइट? बाय द हेल्प ऑफ ट्रांजिटिविटी प्रिंसिपल, राइट? सो नाउ यू सी, अगर मैं इसको देखूं, क्या मैं ये बोल सकता हूं, अगर मुझे अगेन अब मुझे ये प्रूव करना है कि NFA और DFA दे आर इक्विवेलेंट इन पावर. अगर मुझे ये फैक्ट एस्टैब्लिश करना है, तो व्हाट आई नीड टू एस्टैब्लिश first of all, this conversion is, this is epsilon NFA. So just a second. This is epsilon NFA. I have to establish an equivalence between NFA and epsilon NFA. And first of all, I have to prove that NFA is equivalent to an epsilon NFA. So NFA to epsilon NFA conversion is possible, and epsilon NFA to NFA conversion is also possible. If I can prove these two things, then I can say yes, they are equivalent in power. And since NFA or DFA they are already equivalent in power, I can say all of them are equal in power. Whatever finite automata we have discussed till now, they all are equal in power, right? Automata is plural, automaton is singular. In general we use automata, right? Okay, ठीक है. तो अगर हम बात करें NFA to epsilon NFA, what I can say is every NFA is already an epsilon NFA. Why? Because the definition of NFA is a subset of what is applied by epsilon NFA. The quintuple is same. Instead of allowing only sigma in the transitions, I am allowing epsilon union sigma. तो अगर मैं एप्सिलॉन नहीं भी अलाउ करूं, तो एटलीस्ट आई एम नॉट मैं ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूं कि मैं इस डेफिनेशन को सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर रहा हूं, राइट? आई एम नॉट डिससेटिस्फाइंग द डेफिनेशन ऑफ एप्सिलॉन NFA व्हेन आई एम मेकिंग NFA. तो एवरी NFA इज ऑलरेडी इन एप्सिलॉन NFA, राइट? सो जस्ट लाइक एवरी DFA इज ऑलरेडी इन NFA, राइट? सो ये वाला तो हमें डायरेक्ट है, ट्रिवियली हम बोल सकते हैं. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज, हमें ये प्रूव करना है एवरी एप्सिलॉन NFA इज ऑल्सो एन NFA. सो एवरी एप्सिलॉन NFA कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू एन NFA. ये हमें प्रूव करना है. We will see the methodology for doing that. We are not doing, again as I said, we are not doing formal proofs. What we will do is we will see the methodology, apply it on our example, and then say that yes, since this is trivial, for this we have given the methodology, so therefore NFA and epsilon NFA they are equivalent in power. All right, तो देखते हैं NFA and epsilon NFA, they are equivalent in power. All right. So first of all, what we have to understand is what is the terminology, right? So the terminology is epsilon closure of any state, right? So first of all, if we understand epsilon closure, then the things are very simple. So epsilon closure क्या है? It returns the set of all states that are reachable from Q only by seeing an epsilon. That means that वो सारी states जिन पे आप सिर्फ epsilon moves लेके पहुंच सकते हैं on, so you are standing on a state, epsilon closure of a state is वो सारी states जिन पे आप just epsilon moves लेके पहुंच सकते हैं उस state से. All right. So let's see what is the epsilon closure of A in this example. So you are already on A. So that means A will always be there. So every state will be there in its epsilon closure क्योंकि उस state पे तो आप already हैं, right? So उसके बाद using epsilon move you can go to B. Using another epsilon move you can also go to C. So this is the epsilon closure which contains all the states which are reachable. Epsilon closure of A means which all the states which are reachable from A by using only epsilon moves, right? So therefore epsilon closure of A is ABC. Epsilon closure of B will already be there and C will also be there. Why? Because using the epsilon move you can go there, and similarly epsilon closure of C will be just C because by using epsilon moves you can neither come to B or A if you are starting from C. ठीक है, अगर आप C से start करते हैं तो आप C पे ही रहेंगे और कहीं नहीं जा सकते हैं. तो this is what is epsilon closure. If you understand the term epsilon closure very well, now we are in a position to understand how to convert an epsilon NFA into a NFA, right? Let's see the methodology. तो हम क्या करेंगे, इसमें पूरी मेथोडोलॉजी अच्छे से देख रहे हैं और उसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, इसी एग्जांपल को एप्सिलॉन एनएफए को एनएफए में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, राइट? एंड वंस वी हैव कन्वर्टेड वी विल अंडरस्टैंड द रीजन फॉर मेकिंग एप्सिलॉन एनएफएस आल्सो. जो ऑलरेडी मैं बोल चुका हूं कि इनका पावर एक जैसा है, तो फिर भी हमने एप्सिलॉन एनएफएस क्यों बनाए वो आप इससे समझ पाएंगे जब मैं इसको कन्वर्जन कर दूंगा. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स सी. So conversion is straightforward. सबसे पहला स्टेप है remove all the unreachable states. कोई unreachable states हैं तो you will remove that. This you should apply on any process that we have discussed. हमेशा unreachable states को निकाल दो because वहां जब पहुंच ही नहीं सकते तो उनको तो हमेशा निकालना ही है हमें, right? Next is suppose delta is the transition function of epsilon NFA and delta dash is for NFA. अगर ऐसा है तो डेल्टा तो मुझे ऑलरेडी दिया होगा, अब डेल्टा डैश निकालना है मुझे NFA के लिए. तो कैसे निकालेंगे? सो इट लुक्स लाइक थोड़ा सा टफ टर्म लग रहा है बट इट इज वेरी वेरी इजी, बिलीव मी. आप ध्यान से सुनिए, आपको समझ में आएगा. एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर, बट आई हैव टू फाइंड व्हाट इज द डेल्टा डैश, व्हाट इज द ट्रांजिशन फंक्शन ऑफ क्यू ऑन ए फॉर एन एनएफए. ये निकालना है. वो कैसे निकालेंगे? पहले आप एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर ऑफ क्यू निकाल लीजिए. क्यों निकाला है? क्योंकि जब आप क्यू पे खड़े हैं इट इज एज गुड एज स्टैंडिंग ऑन एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर ऑफ क्यू, क्योंकि बाकी स्टेट्स पे आप जस्ट एप्सिलॉन मूव्स लेके जा सकते हैं. So therefore you will first find epsilon closure of Q. फिर उसके बाद आप delta of on these states, whatever state you have found, then you will apply delta on all these states on the input alphabet A, because we want to find what happens on Q comma A. तब उसके बाद आप delta लगाएंगे उसके ऊपर, और once you have found, so then you will get the set of states, then you will get some set of states, right? कैसे? पहले आपने एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर निकाला, वो सारे स्टेट्स जिस पे आप एप्सिलॉन मूव्स लेके पहुंच सकते हैं व्हेन यू आर ऑन क्यू, एंड देन उसके बाद आपने डेल्टा ऑफ ऑन दी स्टेट्स ऑन ए लगाया. उन सारी स्टेट्स पे अगर ए आ जाता है तो आप कहां जाएंगे, वो आपने डेल्टा उसमें लगाया. वो डेल्टा किसका है? एप्सिलॉन एनएफए का डेल्टा है. अब मेरे पास वो सारी स्टेट्स आ गई जो मुझे क्यू कोमा ए पे मिलती हैं, बट अगेन आई नीड टू टेक एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर बिकॉज उन स्टेट्स से भी मैं जहां जा सकता हूं यूजिंग एप्सिलॉन मूव्स, they also needs to be included. So therefore I have taken the epsilon closure again. So आप स्टार्टिंग में पहले epsilon closure लेंगे, फिर आप डेल्टा लगाएंगे, and then again you will take the epsilon closure to find out all the states which you will get on applying the transition function of NFA on Q comma A. तो पहले आप एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर निकालेंगे, फिर डेल्टा लेंगे, फिर दोबारा से एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर निकालेंगे. वो डेल्टा किसका है? एप्सिलॉन एनएफए का, राइट? सो डेल्टा इज फॉर एप्सिलॉन एनएफए एंड डेल्टा डैश इज फॉर एनएफए. सिंपल. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आर अप्लाइंग एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर टू फाइंड आउट ऑल द स्टेट्स व्हिच आर रीचेबल फ्रॉम क्यू यूजिंग एप्सिलॉन मूव्स. देन यू अप्लाइड On all those states, what happens if the input alphabet is A? By using the transition function of epsilon NFA. Once you have got all the states, then you again take the epsilon closure to find out all the states which are reachable from the states which you have got by using epsilon moves. Alright, so that's the entire process, that's it. Now one more important thing is how to find out the final states. The final states will be all those states whose epsilon closure contain any of the final states of the epsilon NFA. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका क्या मतलब है? फाइनल स्टेट्स वो सारी स्टेट्स होंगे जिसमें एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर, जिनका एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर विल कंटेन एनी ऑफ द फाइनल स्टेट्स ऑफ एप्सिलॉन NFA. मतलब आप वो स्टेट्स को इंक्लूड करेंगे जिनके एप्सिलॉन क्लोजर में कोई भी फाइनल स्टेट ऑफ एप्सिलॉन NFA आ जाता है. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि उन स्टेट से तो आप फाइनल स्टेट्स पे पहुंच ही जाएंगे यूजिंग एप्सिलॉन मूव्स. सो यू विल इंक्लूड all the states whose epsilon closure will contain any of the final states of epsilon NFA. Are you getting my point? ठीक है, हम वो सारे states लिखेंगे जिनके epsilon closure में कोई भी final state actual epsilon NFA की आती है, क्योंकि उन सारी state से epsilon moves लेके आप final states पे पहुंच सकते हैं. Alright, we'll apply all these steps on our standard example that we have taken, और उससे आपको ये सारा process और अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. आइए देखते हैं. ठीक है. Okay, so just to revise what we have done, Q. So when we have done the conversion, does Q changes? Q, that is the set of states. Does the set of states changes? No. The set of states remains the same. So I'm just completing the process in terms of Q, sigma, delta, Q naught and F, and then we will understand the example also. ठीक है. Now sigma क्या है? The alphabet. The alphabet also remains the same. ठीक है. Now delta, in this case we are calling it delta dash. So in general, does delta dash changes? Yes, definitely the transition function will change. And how it will change? We have defined the transition function. The new transition function will be this one, right? We have already discussed. Now the initial state remains the same. There is no change in the initial state, but the final state we have already discussed all those states whose epsilon closure contains the final states. That is one thing. That way you can define, or otherwise you can say it as all those states which can reach any of the original final states using the epsilon moves. That is as good as saying that all those states whose epsilon closure contains any of the final states of the original epsilon NFA. Alright, so these two things are just same, and then let us apply it on the example that we have. Alright, so let's see. So convert the given epsilon NFA to DFA, right? So this was the epsilon NFA that we had, and this was the motivating example that we discussed. So let's see how we can convert it into a NFA, right? So what are the steps? So the question says convert it into a DFA, right? What we have discussed right now, we have discussed how to convert epsilon NFA into a NFA, right? So what if you want to convert it into a DFA? What you will do? You will convert epsilon NFA into an NFA. And then you know how to convert an NFA to DFA using the subset construction method, which we discussed in the last session, right? So this you can do yourself. What I will do in this session is I will just convert epsilon NFA into an NFA, right? And then after that you apply subset construction method to get the DFA. All right, ठीक है. So now देखिए, so we already know epsilon closure. We know that epsilon closure of A is ABC, epsilon closure of B is BC, and epsilon closure of C is just C. All right. Now what we have to do is we have to apply our strategy. Is there any unreachable state? Step 1 is applied. There is no unreachable state. Every state is reachable. From A you can reach to B also and C also. What are unreachable states? Those states to which there is no path from the initial state. Just जहां से initial state से जिन states पे जाने का कोई रास्ता नहीं है, those states are called unreachable state. There is no unreachable state here. All right. So now epsilon closures have been calculated. We already know there is no unreachable states. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the transition function. Let's see. So what is my delta dash on A comma A? First of all, I have to find out the epsilon closure of A. What is the epsilon closure of A? From A, I will go apply the epsilon closure to get A, B, C. Alright, I'll get A, B, C. Right? Now on all of them, I'll apply delta, the original delta. What happens on an A if an A comes? What happens on B if an A comes? What happens on C if an A comes? What I will get? A on A will give me A only. B on A will give me phi. C on A will give me phi. C on A is giving me phi. B on A is giving me phi. A on A is giving me A only. Now I will again take the epsilon closure. I'll take epsilon closure, then apply delta, then again take the epsilon closure. That's the step. That's the strategy. So if I take epsilon closure again on A, I will get A, B, C. Right? So delta dash of A comma A is nothing but A, B, C. So I need to apply the similar steps again. Delta dash of B comma B. Delta dash of B comma B. What it is? Sorry, A comma B first. Let's calculate what happens on a B. Alright. So now what happens on A comma B is, again you will take A, apply the epsilon closure to get A, B, C. Now what happens if you get B on either A, B or C? What happens? So on A on B is giving me phi, C on B is also giving me phi, B on B is giving me B, and again I will take the epsilon closure to get BC. Alright. So delta dash of A comma B will be B comma C. Alright. Now the last thing, delta dash of A comma C, if you apply it similarly, what you will get? You will get A, epsilon closure of A will give you A, B and C. Okay. So epsilon closure will give you A, B and C. Alright. Now on C, A will also give me phi. B will also give me phi, C will give me C, and if I take the epsilon closure of C, I will again get C only. If I take the epsilon closure of C, I will again get C only. So therefore, so this is C, right? B on C, right? Alright. So what I am getting, delta dash of A comma C is nothing but C. So this is what my new transition function is for my epsilon NFA, for my NFA. Alright? Right? So this is what happens on delta dash on A, on A, B and A, C. Similarly, you can calculate it for B and C also. Similarly, on B also you will calculate, on C also you will calculate what happens on A, B, C. On capital B, you will calculate what happens on small a, small b, small c. Similarly, on capital C, you will calculate on what happens on small a, small b and small c. Alright. So let's see what we will get finally. So what we are seeing is delta dash is changing. And if you apply the complete strategy, what you will get is this was your epsilon NFA, and after conversion, your NFA will look like this. A on the capital A on small a is going to A, B as well as C. Capital A on B is going to B and C. Capital A on C is going to just C. That's what it is. So whatever we have calculated till now, for A, all the transition functions for A have been written out. Similarly, you have to do it for B as well as C. Alright. Now, if you apply it for B and C, you will get the same thing. Let me do it for B also. What happens? So, for example, I want to calculate delta dash of B comma B, B comma small a. So, delta dash of B comma small a. Delta dash of B comma small a, let me do it, right? So what happens? I'll go to B first. Epsilon closure if I take, I'll get epsilon closure of B will give me small b, capital B and capital C only, right? Epsilon closure of B we know, BC it is. And now what happens on A? This also gives me nothing. This also gives me nothing. Epsilon closure of phi is phi only. We are not going anywhere. So there will be no transition. right? And there you can see there is no transition on B on A. Now similarly, delta dash of B comma B will give me B epsilon closures. If I take, I will get BC, and then if I apply B, this is phi, but this is B. Epsilon closure of B will again give me BC. So therefore, on B I am going to B as well as C also. This is done. This is done. Similarly, delta dash of B comma C is going to be B comma small c, right? So epsilon closure of B is going to be either B or C. I can get these two states. On B, if I get a C, this is phi. On C, if I get a C, this is going to be capital C. On capital C, if I take again the epsilon closure, I'll again get C, right? So therefore, B on C is only going to capital C, right? And similarly, you can apply it for capital C also, you'll get the same thing, all right? So this is how you will convert an epsilon NFA into a NFA. And this is the conversion process. The last step was finding the final states. I am not doing it for delta dash of C comma A, C comma B and C comma C. You can do it in the same way. You will get this final NFA. Now the most important part, finding out the final states. So what are the final states? All those states whose epsilon closure contain any of the final states of the original epsilon NFA. If you see C is my final state. If you see C was my final state in this case. And if you see the epsilon closures, epsilon closure of A also contains C, epsilon closure of A also contains C, epsilon closure of B also contains capital C, epsilon closure of C also contains capital C. All of them contains capital C. So therefore, all A comma B comma C will be my final state. So A is also my final state, B is also my final state, and C is also my final state. So you can see this, right? So now the important question that we had in mind, that is, which of these so why the hell? So we have converted epsilon NFA to NFA. Now why the hell we made epsilon NFAs when their power is same? The answer is just in front of you. You can see epsilon NFAs are more succinct. At least in terms of number of transitions. You had to write more transitions to convey the same information in NFAs. Here you have to write lesser number of transitions. So this is more succinct. To improve succinctness, we have made epsilon NFAs. Although their power are exactly same, as far as power is concerned, their power is exactly same. All right. So let's see one very good question which has come on epsilon NFAs in the exam. So this is GATE 2012 question. It says that what is the complement of the language accepted by NFA shown below? So the complement of the language which is of the language accepted by the NFA shown below. This is actually an epsilon NFA. If you see this language, this is accepting single A. Now you take epsilon moves, again you go. It is accepting AA. It is also accepting triple A. Again epsilon, then an A, and so on. It will also accept. So what it is accepting? It is accepting L is nothing but A plus. Plus means 0 A's are not allowed. Either 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. All the numbers are allowed, right? So what we can see here is this is A plus. Now what is the complement of A plus? Complement of A plus will be this will be sigma star minus L. So this is the complement. Now complement, if you want to calculate, this is nothing but A star minus A plus, which is nothing but epsilon. You are not allowing 0 A's. So the answer to this question will be B. So B will be the answer to this question, right? All right. Okay. So that's all about this session. We have discussed epsilon NFAs in detail, and we have also proven that their powers are exactly equivalent to the powers of an NFA or a DFA, right? So, and we discussed one example also, we discussed one gate PYQ also, and we have discussed the complete strategy for conversion, right? So, if we see about the schedule that we are following, we have already discussed introduction, we have discussed 2 sessions on DFAs, then minimization of DFAs, we have already discussed non-deterministic finite state automata, then NFA to DFA conversion was done, then we discussed epsilon NFA and their conversion to NFA also in the same session, right? So the next session will be on regular expressions, right? And these are the details of the next few sessions. All right. So I shall see you guys in the next session with some more details on regular expressions, with some details on regular expressions. Thank you so much, guys.